everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to automatically back up Google Drive files, copy files from one folder to another. So consider an HR team managing essential and important files. Now to create the backup of all these important files is really important, and if we are going to do this manually, it will take us a lot of time. So what we did was, we simply created an automation using Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So here in this automation, what we're going to learn is that as soon as we're going to upload any new important files in our Google Drive specific folder that we have created, automatically that file is going to be created as a backup. That means that file is going to be copied and then been uploaded in another backup folder that we have created in our Google Drive. And for that, we are going to be creating this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn about this automation, then let me take you all to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to automatically back up Google Drive files, copy files from one folder to another. So consider a human resource department that manages numerous essential documents such as employees' NDAs, that is non-disclosure agreements, service agreements, promotion letters, termination letters, and more. These documents are vital for managing legal compliance and ensuring smooth business operations. By setting up an automatic backup system for their Google Drive folders, the HR team can ensure that all these critical files are continuously backed up to a secure location. This not only safeguards the document from accidental deletions or data breaches, but also provides a reliable way to quickly restore any lost files, thereby maintaining the integrity and accessibility of important records. And we are going to be creating this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the workflow name over here, I'm going to give it as Automatically Backup Google Drive Files. Copy files from one folder to another. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. Okay, next it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click over here. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select Google Drive Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving a name to our workflow and selecting the folder, let's click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Automatically Backup Google Drive Files, copy one file to another folder, and there are two windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process, because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first, and for the trigger application, what we are going to do is we are going to select it as Google Drive. We're going to select a trigger application as Google Drive, as my objective is that as soon as I'm going to upload any file in an important files folder in my Google Drive, automatically I want to create a backup of that same file in another folder. So I'm going to create a backup in another folder. So that is why for the trigger application I've selected it as Google Drive, and for the trigger event I'm going to select it as new file in specific folder, as I want that in this specific folder, that is important files, whenever a new file is going to be updated, that file in this specific folder should be created as a backup. Okay, so that is why for the trigger event I've selected it as new file in specific folder, and then I'm going to click on Connect to connect Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. A new window is going to appear, on which click on Add New Connection, but if you want, you can select the existing connection. After that, click on Sign In with Google. A new dialog box is then going to appear, which is asking for a permission. So I'm going to click on Allow. As this is a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect, so I'm going to click on this Allow button. As you can see that we successfully authorized Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for the folder or the subfolder in which whenever a file is going to be uploaded, Pabbly Connect should capture the response. So for the folder over here, I've created a folder in the name of important files, and I want that as soon as a new file is going to be uploaded in this folder, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. So for the folder of the subfolder, I'm going to select it as the folder that I've created, that is important files. Okay. Next over here it says save and send test request. As we're going to click on this button, what is going to happen? The last file which has been uploaded in this folder is going to be captured in this response right over here. So before clicking on the save and send test request button, I'm going to upload a new file in this folder. For that, click on this new button, click on file upload. So I'm going to upload a file, a non-disclosure agreement of an employee in this folder. So I'm going to upload that file in this folder. As you can see that the file has now been uploaded. I'm going to open this file. The file is non-disclosure agreement of demo user 123. This is a very important file right over here. That is why I've uploaded this file in the folder. And I want to create a backup of this file so that by mistake, if I'm going to delete it or if I'm going to lose this file, we will obviously have the backup of this file on a different folder in our Google Drive account. So as I'm now successfully uploaded, you can see that I successfully uploaded the file in this folder. Now what I'm going to do is, after that, I'm going to click on this save and send test request button. As I'm going to do that, we're going to receive a response, which is a positive response, because in this response, we have received that the file has now been successfully uploaded. Let's check this. For the title of the file being demo user 123 non-disclosure agreement.pdf. So this is the file name right over here, with all the details of the file as you can see right over here. So this means that we successfully connected Google Drive with Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. So now whenever a new file is going to be uploaded in this folder, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of the new file being uploaded in this specific folder, that is important files. Okay. And if you're not going to get the response immediately after uploading any file in this folder, then do not worry, as Google Drive is a polling based application. As you can see over here, it says 10 minutes. It's the polling duration. That means in every 10 minutes, whenever a new data is going to be collected by Google Drive, it is going to send that data to Pabbly Connect in every 10 minutes. And if you want to make any changes in this polling duration, then you have to click on this three dots and set trigger time option right over here. So a new dialog box is going to appear. For the trigger time, you have to select the specific trigger time from the given options, for the minimum being 10 minutes to the maximum being 24 hours. Okay, so you have to select the time according to your requirement. I'm going to let it be as 10 minutes and I'm going to click on this save. Okay, so if you're not going to receive the response over here immediately after uploading the file, then do not worry. Okay, so now as we have done that, now what I want is, I want to create a backup of this file on a new folder, that is backup folder. I want to create a backup of that file in this folder right over here. So now we're going to set up our action step. And for the action application over here, I'm going to select it as Google Drive again. So I'm going to select my action application as Google Drive. And for the action event, now I'm going to select it as copy a file. It says create a copy of an existing file. We are going to create a copy of this file right over here in this folder right over here. Okay, so that we are going to create a backup of the file, and then we're going to click on connect to connect Google Drive to Pabbly Connect. And as I have the existing connection, I'm going to select this option, but if you want, you can add a new connection, and then I'm going to click on the save button. As I've done that, it is asking for the file that we want to create a backup of. For the file right over here, if I'm going to select a file from these options, this specific file is going to be created as a backup, but I want to create a backup of all the files that I'm going to upload in this folder. So what we are going to do is, we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we are going to insert the data from this previous step of this workflow. And how mapping works is, for mapping the data, firstly you have to turn on this map bracket right over here, erase this existing data from here. Now to map the data, if you're going to click on this field, it says Google Drive new file in specific folder. This was the previous step of this workflow, and as I'm going to click on it, you can see this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. You can map the data of the file ID right over here. So from the previous step, I'm going to map the data of the ID that we have received. This is the ID. You can see this is a file ID. This is the file ID of this file that we have uploaded. So I'm going to select this file ID from my previous response. As I've selected the data is mapped, and as I map the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this map data. Okay, I mapped the file ID right over here. Next, it is asking for the new folder location. So this file is going to be created as a copy, and I want to upload this file as a backup in this folder, backup folder right over here. So I'm going to select the folder location as the backup folder. Okay, next it is asking for the file name. I'm going to to map the data of the file name right over here. This is the file name. I'm going to map the data of the file name. Okay, so this is the file name, and over here I'm going to write it as underscore backup file. Okay, so this is the file name that I've given right over here as this is a backup file. Okay, so after filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this save and send test request button. As I'm going to do that, over here we have received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open a folder that I've created. This is the backup folder. I'm going to refresh this page. After refreshing the page, you can see right over here that now the backup of the file is now successfully been created. The backup name of the file is demo user 123 non-disclosure agreement underscore backup file. This is the backup file that has been created of the same file that we have uploaded in another folder in our Google Drive. So this means that we successfully created an automation between Google Drive for creating the backup of files with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, consider a human resource department that manages numerous essential documents. These documents are vital for maintaining legal compliance of any company. So by setting up this automation between Google Drive and Pabbly Connect, whenever the HR team is going to upload any important file in a specific folder in our Google Drive, automatically that same file is going to be created as a backup in another folder in our Google Drive. And for that we have created this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.